Ladies, if you've ever felt like belly fat just won't budge after 50, you're not alone. As we age, our metabolism shifts, our hormones change, and suddenly what worked in our 30s just isn't cutting it anymore. And I will be the first one to tell you I'm American. I grew up in the Midwest. I had a very typical American diet my whole life. And I never had a problem with my weight until I hit menopause. And I'm going to give you a confession here, but actually, what I weigh today is what I weighed when I was 9 months pregnant with all of my children. So that just tells you I used to be a very thin person. Perhaps not a healthy person, because as I said, I had a very typical American diet. I drank diet sodas. I love pizza. I mean, I still love pizza to this day. I just don't eat it very often anymore. I love fast food. Used to eat the Big Macs, the Whoppers, the French fries, and also potato chips. I mean, Super Bowl spreads, but not just for Super Bowl. But anyway, I think you get the picture. And never really had a problem with my weight because I was also very conscious. I shared this on a recent video as well. I mean, I used to take Dexatrim when I was in my teens and probably my early 20s, and I'm pretty sure it was laced with speed. So, so there were some things that I would do that wasn't so healthy to keep my weight down, or I would starve myself, or I mean, fill in the blank, right? Because we all know, I mean, if you are a woman, you're very conscious of your weight and not necessarily conscious of your health until maybe you were like me and then you hit menopause and then everything, I mean, the shit hit the fan. And I still laugh in many of my videos. I lost my waist somewhere along menopause, and I'm still looking for it. But listen, one thing is perfectly clear to me, and that is to age well. You need to have a healthy diet. We need to wrap our heads around being healthy and perhaps not thin. I think when you're healthy, I think your body typically goes to a proper weight, and unless you jump start it. But anyway, I digress because we're talking about losing stubborn belly fat, and there is good news. And you don't have to crash diet or spend hours at the gym because honestly, neither one works. I mean, and let's be honest, ladies, there are no shortcuts to a healthy life or a healthy weight. It's just one day at a time. But I do have a secret, and I've shared it many, many, many times, and it's called The Faster Way to Fat Loss. Because this is a program that really comes along and teaches you many, many good habits to incorporate in your life. But before we dive in, let's talk about why belly fat becomes more stubborn as we get older. And this is also something that I've recently struggled with because I just had a recent bone density test come back and I'm not very happy with it. And I do know some things that I need to incorporate more, like weight training. Weight training is so important and more impact exercise into my life. But I've also been thinking, oh gosh, maybe I really do need to dial things down a little bit and lose some more weight to get the weight off of my frame. And so here's a prime example. I have a German Shepherd. You all know him. He wanders in and off of set all the time. His name is Oscar, and he has arthritis in his hips. And the vet absolutely told me in no uncertain terms. It's like a year and a half ago because I was giving him too many treats. And she told me, she's like, that you have got to get 10 pounds off of Oscar because that's how he is going to be healthy living with his arthritis. So, okay. So that's what I'm thinking also with the bone density test. So I have osteopenia and it can be reversed. And as I said, I do know there are certain things that I need to incorporate. But I'm also thinking that maybe I need to dial a faster way to fat loss into really high gear and lose a little bit more weight. But we all know it's really hard to lose weight at this age because our metabolism has slowed down and it's because of hormonal changes and loss of muscle mass. Yes, that's what I need also to build up with my to have a healthy bones too. And as I said, I'm at a very healthy weight. I have a very healthy BMI. I'm all about health and how I got to this point. And I'll flash up some photos of what I looked like 6, 7 years ago. There's a lot of stress in my life, because we can do something about it. So now that I've given you some hope on that there's something that you can do about it, and then also, as I said, what I'm really thinking about to really dial down deep with faster rate of fat loss and lose some more weight. So I'm gonna share with you what I know about this program because faster rate of fat loss works. And why it's a game changer for women over 50 is because it's built on four key strategies. The first one is intermittent fasting. Then we have your many people call it, just balancing your macros, but it's a macro balanced nutrition, strength training, and stress management. And it's never been easier. I mean, when I started this program, like what, 7 years ago, we just had a Facebook group that we talked to. They didn't have coaches, they didn't have apps, they didn't have recipes. I mean, this program has really morphed into something amazing. And if you have the Faster Way to Fat Loss app, it makes it all incredibly easy to follow. So I'm going to break it down for you. First of all, intermittent fasting. And when I first started intermittent fasting, it was a very new concept to me, and it was really kind of new on the stage. And honestly, I think that um, I'm not against breakfast at all. So if you need to power your day off with a very healthy breakfast, then intermittent fasting probably won't be a prong in your or tool in your toolbox for weight loss. But I actually think it's very easy to incorporate. And it's very, very simple when you just think that you have an 8-hour window to eat and then 16 hours where you don't. It's not about starving yourself. It's about giving your body a break from constant digestion so it can burn fat more efficiently. And as I said, I follow a 16-8 method, which means I fast for 16 hours and I eat within an 8-hour window. And this helps regulate insulin levels, reduces bloating, and supports fat loss. So, as I said, this may not be a tool that you want to incorporate in your toolbox, but it is a very common one these days. It wasn't common when I started like 7 years ago, but it's very, very common now. And it also gives you, like, if you are really like focused on food, I think that if you have a hard stop that I can't eat after 8 p.m. at night, I think that really does help. So that's just me. And next, we're going to talk about macros or macro balanced nutrition. And as I said, Faster Way to Fat Loss makes it so easy because they track everything for you on the app. And so it just takes the guesswork out of your life. So, um, and they also have very, very healthy, tasty, nutritious recipes over there. So, because it's not just about eating less, it's about eating smarter. And that's where the Faster Way app comes in handy. And as I said, it tracks your macros, which are your proteins. It also tracks your healthy fats and your carbohydrates. So I always know if I'm fueling my body the right way. And as I said in the beginning of this video, health is so important that if we want to age and age well, we have got to prioritize our health. I mean, I've said this many times, like over on Instagram, health is a new wealth. Faster Way to Fat Loss even has meal plans and recipes, which makes planning my day a breeze. And I really like that. And especially now that I'm single, because sometimes I just don't want to put a lot of thought into what I'm eating. If I don't put a lot of thought into what I'm eating, that's, when I can get off track. So I love having the Faster Way app that tracks everything and keeps me on top of my nutrition. And I know I'm always fueling my body with real whole foods because what we eat matters. Remember, I shared with you what I was eating in my 20s and 30s and even 40s. I was very thin. They weren't necessarily the right choices. And now I know I'm making the right choices. I'm fueling my body, I'm taking care of it. But you know who else deserves the best food? Oscar! And I also shared at the beginning of the video that my vet told me in no uncertain terms that he had to lose some weight. And I actually did that, but I did not starve him. I actually switched up some of the things that he was eating. So, because if I'm eating clean, you better believe my best boy is too. real food, real nutrition, just the way we like it. Because every family member deserves the best. So we all know Sundays are for relaxation, but it's also for good food and spending time with those we love, including our furry family members. And when it comes to feeding Oscar, my German Shepherd, I want him to have the best, which is why I switched to Sundays for Dogs. What I love about Sundays for Dogs is that it's air dried, human grade, and made with real wholesome ingredients. No weird fillers, no artificial junk, just real food for our dogs. It's packed with real meat, fruits, and vegetables, plus vitamins and minerals that support Oscar's joints, digestion, and coat health. As a German Shepherd, Oscar needs a diet that supports his energy levels, muscle health, and digestion. Sundays is packed with high protein beef, pumpkin for digestion, and turmeric to support joint health, which is perfect for keeping him active and thriving. And the best part? It's ready to serve. No freezing, no messy prep, just scoop and go. And judging by Oscar's reaction, I think it's safe to say he loves it. I mean, look at that enthusiasm. If that's not a 5-star review, I don't know what is. If you want to try Sundays for Dogs for your pup, check out the link below and use my code. Trust me, your dog will thank you. Okay, well, now that we've talked about food, not only for me, but for my best buddy Oscar, I want to talk about strength training or exercise, or I mean, you can fill in the blank. I actually use several different methods. I go to Pilates because that's important for agility and mobility. I do strength training and cardio. So, and I typically go off to Orange Theory. But I do love Faster Way to Fat Loss because they actually have workouts in their app that you can follow. And I also utilize that too. So that is in my routine. Because if you want to lose belly fat after 50, strength training is a non negotiable. Because as we age, we naturally lose muscle, which slows our metabolism. The Faster Way app gives me easy to follow at home strength workouts and it's perfect to take when I travel too. Really like that. Never have to wonder what to do next when I have the experts leading the way. So, whether you're a beginner or experienced, there's a workout for you. And let's talk about stress and lack of sleep because that will increase your cortisol levels, which makes it even harder to lose belly fat. And I know that that is a common complaint when we hit menopause, and especially women that are, in the thick of going through menopause. It really is. They wake up in the middle of the night, they have night sweats, they can't get back to sleep. I mean, sleep can be a real struggle, but it can continue to be a real struggle as we age. And as I just mentioned, that makes it harder to lose our belly fat. So, prioritizing quality sleep and stress reducing habits like deep breathing, stretching, or even a simple walk can make a huge difference in your results. And the Faster Way app even has guided wellness resources so you can stay on track mentally and physically. So, ladies, losing belly fat isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling strong, healthy, and confident because, and I'm going to say it again, health is the new wealth, especially as we age. We cannot take those trips to Europe that we saved up for years. We can't run after our grandchildren. We can't, I mean, fill in the blank if we don't have our health. So, the Faster Way to Fat Loss program combined with the easy to use app gives you everything you need. There's meal planning, workouts, fasting timers, and wellness tips, and it's all in one place. So if you're interested in learning more about Faster Way to Fat Loss program, it's a 6-week program that's going to jumpstart your health journey. I have everything linked down below, and that'll take you over to Faster Way to Fat Loss, and then you can just kind of cruise around and see for yourself. But I'm telling you, and I've had so many women write to me through the years because I've talked about this for at least 7 years, maybe longer now. Maybe it's 8. I know. I know. We're aging, right? We're aging, but we're going to do it the right way and we're going to be healthy as we're aging. But as I said, so many women have written to me through the years saying that's one of the best things that I have recommended and that they're just so thankful that Faster Way was in their life. So again, everything's linked down below. So I hope this video inspired you to take control of your health in a way that feels doable and empowering. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who needs it. And I will just say once again, there are no shortcuts to a healthy life. I mean, there are just no shortcuts in life in general. I mean, I was just talking to a friend just the other day. If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. And that comes to your health and that comes to losing weight. But it can be done.